Hi, this is Vincent. If you like this channel, like, share, and subscribe. And I'm going to be reacting to Neely Fuller Jr. If we're smart, why are we slaves? Let's get into it.
It could be, but I'll respond because some people think that is really significant, and it may be significant. I don't think it's very significant, and I'll give my logical, compensatory, counter-racist, logical reason. The white supremacists sometimes themselves say, you know what? A lot of black people were here before we got here. We came out of caves. We came out of caves like, and they don't use this expression, but they kind of imply it like, it was 5 minutes ago. We just got
5 minutes ago. White people existed 5 minutes ago. Oh shit, that's crazy.
Got here 5 minutes ago. You black people have been here on the planet for zillions of years. But boy,
zillions of years. Yeesh.
I look at us now. So what does that say about you? And they got a point there. They got a point there. See, it's not like how long you have been here. It's what you do while you've been here. That's what counts. Any teacher in any classroom will tell you that. That's pure mathematical logic. A teacher will walk into a classroom and say, Willie, how long have you been in this school in the first grade? And Willie will say, I've been here in the first grade since I was 6 years old, and I'm 32 now.
I guess he didn't learn much, man.
What does that say about Willie? And here comes little Johnny, and he spends 10 minutes in the first grade, and after 10 minutes, he's ready to graduate into postgraduate college. Why? Because that's what we're really saying. When black people start getting on that high horse and talking about how long they've been here. See, it's not how long you've been here. People can sit on a rock for millions of years. That doesn't count for anything. The earth is nothing but a big rock with some foliage on it. Yes, and all of the generations that have come up since the beginning of what?
See, that's true. That's true. Like, that was a good point he made. Well, it is important that, like you said, like, you know, it doesn't matter how old you are or where you're from or how long you've been around. The question is, like you said, what have you accomplished? And that's what life is. You know, it's not all about accomplishment. It's not all about what you achieved in life, but you know what I'm saying. I'll say it's more about improvement. You know what I mean? Like, it's true. Like, certain problems has been around for a long time, and people can complain about the problems, but the question is, what have people done, you know, to improve those problems? And that's where change really happens. Because I don't think you're supposed to have the same problems for like hundreds or thousands of years. You know what I'm saying? The question is, what have you done to improve yourself? That's the way I look at it. I don't look at it as accomplishments, because accomplishments is not a big deal to me. I look at life as, what have you done to improve yourself? And that can also be, accomplishments is a part of improvement, but that's not the only thing that's going to improve you. You know, you can improve the way you think. You can improve the way you live your life while you're in those environments. You don't have to be a millionaire or a billionaire to improve your life. You can improve your life by just, you know, being nice to people, respecting people, taking care of yourself, you know, when it comes to hygiene, and when it comes to, you know, things like that. There's a lot of ways to improve yourself. There's a lot of a whole lot of points of views in life. You can learn new languages. You can there's a lot educating yourself. There's a lot of way to improve yourself besides having a lot of money and having an arrogant attitude. So, I look at it as improvement, not achievement.
White supremacy. Now, that doesn't say that black people weren't doing things that they shouldn't do before that system. But all of the people who are breathing now have come up under the system of white supremacy. So we don't know anything else other than what they teach us. We can't even claim that, we know something that they don't know. See, that's how you measure that. What is it that black people know about that the white supremacists don't already know? I can't even name one thing, even though black people will say we have our schools and we have our own way of doing things and we got our style and all like that, and that we know all about how to, cultivate hair, and we know all about, this.
Yeah, I understand what he said. Like, everything we're taught in this country is, white, like you said, white supremacy already knows about. But, you can't travel. You can learn about different cultures. You can learn different languages. Learning the language is big, too. You know what I'm saying? Because there's certain things that are traditions, and people ain't trying to change. You can't be brainwashed. I think it was hard to brainwash the Native Americans because they didn't speak English. They didn't speak English, so that's why it's hard to control those people. Just like black people learned how to speak English, maybe that's why they were slaves for 400 years. So, educate. I mean, it's good to learn. So you can travel the world and you can learn other things, other lifestyles. You don't have to be stuck in America and be brainwashed by everything, like he says, white supremacy teaches you.
That and other that we do, and this is a black thing. We even had an expression for it. This is a black thing. You wouldn't understand. There's nothing that the white supremacists don't understand about their slaves. That's why they're slaves. They have a better understanding of their slaves than the slaves have of themselves. That's why they're slaves. Because if they had a better understanding of how slavery worked and how white supremacy worked, they wouldn't be subject to white supremacy. That's the mathematical equation. If you're smarter than the people that dominate you, you are not going to be dominated.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's the mathematical equation. Now, a lot of people are very, very unsettled with that. A lot of black people say, "Oh no, you can't go around saying that they're smart. Oh, don't say that. Don't say that. That makes me feel bad." Well, regardless of how you feel about it, is it true?
I don't know, man. That's a good video, though. That's a good video. It's good. That's a good talking point. But I think people I think the whole brainwashing thing is a constantly think about. It's like what racism is to me. It's like people like this are not really people who are racist. You ever notice they don't have a good social life. They're not really popular. So the only way they can be popular is to have everybody thinking ignorant. That's it. You know what I'm saying? They want you to constantly focus on what they're thinking instead of focus on what you're thinking. And then that's why, I'm inferior, I'm a nigger. You're constantly thinking about, you say, white supremacy. But think about it. Every time you think, it's like, it's always a racist person's point of view. It's always constantly thinking about a racist person's point of view. It's like, you can't get a man to believe that somebody's superior if he's not even thinking it. He got to tell you he's superior to be superior. He's got to intimidate you. A racist person got to intimidate. If you got to do or say anything to a person to get them to believe that they're inferior, then it's not true. Because if I was truly inferior, you wouldn't have to tell me I'm inferior. It would just be automatic. You know what I'm saying? You have to tell me that I'm inferior to get me to think I'm inferior, and then I'll behave like I'm inferior. I will start to live my life as if I'm inferior. It's like a dog. You don't have to tell a dog that he can't play the piano by telling him, "Dog, you can't play the piano." You don't have to say nothing, and he'll never be able to play the piano. You see what I'm saying? Because there's certain things you can't do. But by telling somebody they can't do something or telling somebody they can't accomplish something, that means they can do it. You should take it as the opposite, because if somebody got to tell you can't do something, then that means you can do it. Because why do you got to tell me I can't do it? Because you tell me I can't do it, so me myself can think that I can't do it. So you know what I mean. Don't take people's word for granted. Don't take people's word. No, don't take people's word for it. You know what I'm saying? But that's how much faith we have in some racist person's point of view, that everything he says we take to heart. That's the problem with that. But I mean, that's why I say be positive. Not only be positive about who you are. Be positive about the people around you. Give yourself compliments and give everybody else compliments, and that's what fights racism. Not constantly thinking about, oh well, this person doesn't like me. He thinks I'm inferior. Blah 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 blah. That's all I hear. It's blah 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 blah. That's it. You know what I mean? I don't care if people think I'm inferior. You know, it doesn't matter. What matters is, do I think I'm inferior? And I don't. So that's gonna be that's what determines how I turn out in life. You know, basically, that's how you think determines how you turn out in life, not how somebody else thinks. Whether I don't care about their beliefs, they're always teaching. They teach you more about a racist person's belief than they teach you about your own history. Think about that. And you know what I'm saying, focus on what's the positive things about yourself and the positive things about other people, and you'll change the trajectory of this country. And that's what Martin Luther King did, and that's why we're in a positive direction now. You know what I'm saying? So, but if you like this video, like, share, subscribe. Peace.